Welcome to the winners finals of Group 5 here in the MetaPlays Wisdom of Thoth tournament. There are $1,000 on the line, and in the blue color we have got Rapl playing as Zeus. On the other side, this is Suppe playing as Odin, so we've got definitely two top tier players around here. Spawning on Frozen Waste. Both of them will want to make it out of the group, of course. Only 2 people can do so. This group now has 3 players because one of them was a no-show, sadly. But still, there's 8 groups of 4 players, right? So that's a total of 32. And 16 will be advancing to the single elimination stage, whereas the groups, they are double elimination within themselves. So 5 matches in each full group. Anywho, going for 2 vills per storage pit for now. Rapl's playing, Suppe is playing pretty standard as well with 4 gatherers, 5 gatherers actually on the hunt. That's interesting. Odin sometimes can go for a little bit less. Sometimes you even see 3 villagers. But he's gone for the extra Ulfsark so that he can scout around, find the gold mines, find the goats. So everything makes a lot of sense. Also, a big shout out to our website subscribers who are allowing this kind of tournament to happen in the first place. Without them, we wouldn't be able to. So, thank you very much, everybody that's currently a website subscriber. If you want to become one, it's in the Twitch About section, the link is, as well as the YouTube descriptions. If you are one, do collect your perks. There's several of them, and you get all of the tiers below yours as well as the one you are in. So in Age of Mythology players' case, you could get exclusive coverage of your matches on YouTube. At the higher tiers, you could commission a show match, sort of. At least you would be able to decide who plays in it. Yeah, lots of good perks. Anyways, Classical Age is coming. Rapl's picking Athena, splitting up his villagers for some of them to go to wood. 6 of them coming forward. But since his Classical was so fast compared to Suppe's, whose temple is currently not even finished. Yeah, he's going way over. He's gonna almost have like 500 food in the bank by the end of this. My god. That's a very late advance. What, 5 minutes? No, like 4:43. Basically an extra villager compared to 4:30. Bringing out the kitchen knife against the scout. Don't want that to bother you anymore. There's 2 relics on Frozen Waste. One of them is the Tower of Cestus, and wow, that's a very forward military academy from Rapl. He's going in for the kill, I think. And we've got the Trios bow for more archer range. That would be very nice for this extra aggressive play. And considering that he has Bolt available, he doesn't really need to worry about Suppe getting on top of him right away. So you can send definitely one of his heroes to pick that up, should he know about it even. He doesn't actually know about the relic. That would have been so good to have. But yeah, for now, it's just hoplites. There are 2 gold mines in the main, so it's not going to be easy to completely gold block in the Classical Age. But if you can destroy the early production buildings, that would be great. So let's see what these high-profile players do to each other. By the way, both of them have a pretty good YouTube channel. You should absolutely check it out. Rapl is usually just uploading his matches in a good format, just picking out his favorites. As for Suppe, he does guides actually quite frequently, and he also does nice memes. They also Twitch stream, obviously. But the action is starting. One of the hoplites will fall, but so did the Hersier, so that's very cost effective for a Greek player thus far. Odysseus targeting down the Axeman, but nice garrison micro, but retargeting. Odysseus OP, dude. Oh, he gets the raiding cavalry as well, just in the last possible second there. The tower is not looking so hot. Suppe, we upgrading the other towers or what? Already spent all this effort walling them, but they're not upgraded, so yeah, that's tough. Imagine these houses could have been here as well to block surface area even more. If you combine wall pieces and houses, you can completely block them off. But it looks to me like Rapl is just rushing in, destroying temples, and then probably going for the longhouses next. But is going to need Toxotes. For now, the Minotaur is alive, so he can get rid of the raiding cap very easily. Kills another Hersier. Should consider the restoration to save the hoplite and the Minotaur, but the hoplite does go down. 6 hit points on this boy. Just 6. Yeah, I would definitely say restoration this soon. Get back that Minotaur to full. There's 0 Hersier. They're very expensive to keep remaking. Suppe is now on triple longhouse production. No more Hersier. So Odysseus has like 4 kills already. Oh! He's gonna lose the Mino. And the hoplite. Oof. Maybe that's what Suppe needed though. He hasn't lost anything too valuable just yet. The temple is still up. He's lost a tower, sure. But we've got a bunch of raiders coming across. Obviously, Rapl has seen it. He's preparing with a hoplite plus kitchen knives. That should be pretty good overall. His raiders don't have any armor after all. 20% hack. That's oh, imagine forest fire! Yes! Ooh, these villagers are hurt. And restoration is not gonna affect them because it's used separately here on... What? That barely did anything. If it had been the whole group, that would have been so much better. But yeah, for now, congrats to Suppe for weakening those villagers a lot. And if he can build up his raiding cavalry numbers, he can come back and be an absolute menace about it. Bear in mind, these guys also regenerate themselves. So for the moment, Rapl is forced to stick around here. And maybe even despite the hoplite sticking around, there will be a villager pick off, then the raiders can just leave, regen and come back. Or you can just separate the one weak one and dive back in with the strong ones. That's also an option all the time with this regeneration mechanic that Odin has. Very, very useful for sure. So always bear that in mind, always be smart about it. It's not always a need to do a full loop around the forest. Oh, the Varus. Hurting the hoplites. Toxotes getting on top of the villagers though, and that's doing a number to Suppe's economy. Wait, that was a player free, which means we can do this. Is this extended edition or Vubli? This is Vubli. Our tournaments are pretty much only Vubli now, considering that they're so much more successful than the extended edition ones. Personally, a little sad about that, considering that the extended edition has more civs and easier access to people that are new to the scene, but I mean, you can't argue with the results. Extended edition does have a lot more bugs, a lot more lag, and so the top players just won't have it, which is very reasonable. Hopefully Retold won't have that issue. Anyways, big fight coming in. The throwing Axemen are absolutely being overwhelmed by the Toxotes, but the raiding cab are helping out with that situation. Here come the hoplites though. That's still plenty of stuff from Rapl overall. 15 Toxotes. Woo! This is played on the Apple VR headset. Jesus. If any of you are buying that, we have a problem. What is it? $3,500, I think, if I remember. It's absolute bonkers. How can anyone buy that? Like, that's a territory where you buy a car. Or an entire desktop PC. Anyways. This is starting to look pretty dicey for Suppe, man. The upgraded medium raiders are gonna help out a lot once again. Oh, if these had been at home, it would have been an absolute cleanup, but now Rapl is gonna get a decent trade out of this. That should never have happened. Man, if those raiders had been at home, this would have been an absolutely demolished Rapl army. Still, Suppe is in an okay position at 66 population to 59, and Rapl has very little food, so this is definitely Suppe's time to strike back. Rapl tried to make more military academies, but I'm sorry, dude. You only got berry bushes. What are you going to finance this with? Sniffer says metaverse is dystopia. You know, maybe there is potential, but what we get right now is like a poor VR game. It's like, why? Are people that worried about turning on their webcams in an actual Zoom meeting or whatever? I don't get it. I honestly don't. That's a lot of horses. See, the Vikings didn't have this problem. No fear of showing themselves to other cultures. Cavalry versus kitchen knife every time. There's a lot of horsepower. Nice. Thanks for that, Tease. Thanks for that. Anyways, medium raiders should be able to get on top of this, but there's not that many Toxotes right now. The hoplites would eat them alive. So the more throwing axemen Suppe can crank out in the next moments, the better. He's actually lacking a house. Is he making that? Kinda need that house, dude, but good surround with the raiding cavalry. If the throwing axemen can target properly, then a lot of the hoplites will be going down. And the raiding cav can just back off after a while and rely on regeneration after that. The hero is picked off, so that's not possible to anchor around anymore. And you can always do a little bit of pullback micro on these weak raiding cav as they're so fast anyway, 6 speed. Looks like we've got to clean up. The raiding cav can trade still decently against the hoplites if they so heavily outnumber them. And I think Rapl is gonna tap out. Suppe a little bit too strong for him right now. What a beautiful play. And I mean, Suppe was in trouble early on, right? But then once his Norse economy really started to kick in, it was just pretty obvious who was in the lead there. And he's done a really good job of picking off those hunters throughout the game. Just completely stopping Rapl's ability to continue producing military units. Look at this. He was not able to recover as fast as Suppe just had more left over despite the smaller army. Absolutely amazing. Looks like game 2 has a color switch between the players. So pay attention. Suppe is now in the blue color. He's playing as Loki. But it's gonna be a bit of a Norse mirror situation now, as Rapl also switches over to Norse. He's the Odin, which can be tough for the Loki matchup, to be honest, but it's certainly doable. Especially on this map with a lot of hunt around. Just really depends what kind of damage you can get done and if you can easily defend the Herstier or not. I'll say the Herstier are not easy to deal with. They're fast, they're tanky, especially if they're coming with Hall of Fanes. It really depends what Suppe will go for in terms of the God Path in the classical age, but it's all about Odin backstabbing while holding the main pushers. They do have the better economy here for Odin, so at least that will be helpful. Can technically outproduce the Loki. The relics for our Blue Lagoon are Head of Orpheus. It's a little bit of building line of sight, and we got the Bow of Artemis for Archer and Troll cost reductions. That could be interesting for our Loki, but it's very frequent actually that the Loki would just advance Heimdall. We're going to find out. If they go Heimdall, it's not gonna be with the OP Hersirs, however. Well, the train is being noisy. I think that actually came through the mic this time. Usually doesn't. Usually doesn't. But oh well. We're soon about to find out what Rapl's gonna go for. It's going very heavily for these home giraffes, but then there's gonna be more rhinos after to hunt from, and he's aware of them. There's a bunch of monkeys over here, just 2, so it's not really worth going out there. The gold mine locations are relatively secure, so not too concerned about the second gold mines, but then again, what is that wall? He just deleted the wall chips. You didn't hear nothing? Okay. That's good. It was still very much on the suppressed side, but I saw the volume-o-meter bouncing up and down a bit. Didn't do nothing, didn't hear nothing. Fine. Where's this giraffe going, dude? Oh, did you guys see Suppe's video where he shot a giraffe and it went across the map, around walls, around an oasis forest? And then it turns back. It comes back, but it leaves again. It's so funny. You should check out his YouTube channel, as I said it. I literally died watching that. But don't worry, I'm back. Giraffe reminded me. Anyways, we also have Forseti, and we've got Freya. So it's sort of the more standard way to do this. And we've got the double O-Circle, well, one of them is a Skraeling technically, but they are hitting that other Skraeling, and we've got a Hersier on top as well. Could wall it off now. Oh, Suppe just about gets away. Gonna go through the walls. Be fine. There's a forest fire. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, move, 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 move. Okay. Okay, we're fine. That hurt, however. So, I guess the next move for these guys is to get a healing spring right in the back here. It's gonna be a need for a healing spring anyway, and Rapl is doing a fantastic job pushing our Loki player off of Hunt completely, so this is very nice, killing the troll even. So that should be a huge advantage now for Odin, having all this Hunt access. I have to check the Rapl short, apparently. But hey, if you guys link it in the chat, we'll check it in the live stream. Sorry, YouTube, you're gonna have to search for it yourself. But that's K. In terms of population, Rapl is looking pretty good. I mean, that's kind of what happens when you push the opposing player off of Hunt. They're gonna have to go for the pigs. That's not great. It should have been the berry bushes, I feel like. Allowing the pigs to fatten more. The healing spring is also doing some nice work on these gatherers on the forest. But they're about to get raided. Oh right, links are not allowed in the chat. Sorry, sorry. We're gonna find it though. Don't worry. Should be easy enough for all of these to get away. And then the houses are getting bullied. Not great for Suppe, I have to say. He's dealing with a lot of trouble right now, and the Hersier still are not upgraded with Hall of Fames. It's on the way though. But until it's done, I'm afraid the throwing accent will be able to hit them even when moving. And now the dwarves are getting bullied. So Suppe is not going to stay ahead in the villager count whatsoever. More houses coming up for Rapl. He's got plenty of stuff overall. And doing some great raids in the back too. Actually, the town center absolutely wrecking that raiding cav, so that's nice. Suppe has a chance of still coming back, but it's the window's closing. 59 population to 79, that doesn't sound so good. Even with Hall of Fames done, these Hersiers are not that strong, so they're looking for the counter attack. The direct battle is not going to work out very well, so maybe he can get on top of the villagers, catch the hunters or something like that. That would be huge. Because with like 7 Hersier, you can definitely pick those off. Right now it's going for the giraffe kills, which are also not too bad, like you get 1 favor out of this with Hersier. And there's the gold mine. Spawns the 9 Harrier on them. Oh, that's nice. That's super nice. Yeah, that was good. Keeping Rapl honest at the very least. However, another house is going down. And with that, Suppe is now housed. Can't make any more units. Loses another Hersier as well. There goes the Harrier. And I guess this is the end of the line. That's all. Oh, the last arrow. There are 7 more Hersier. They could totally go after the village, but I don't think he's seen them. So Rapl kind of gets away. He's gonna be able to eat monkeys if he really wants. Oh, wait, I think he's got an idea of this. Still don't know where the spy is, by the way. So what I wanted to do was this. He does have the spy actually on the gold mine. But he doesn't know. He just saw the first monkey. He's gonna find it, I think. He's looking. How did he do that? Oh, they're here. They leaped back. Oh my goodness. Spawns a troll on top. Will's trying to escape. Should be easy enough for Suppe to wall this off. Walls are actually building super quickly, so big problem for these. Oh, there's a gap. They try to path through, but the pathing is so bad. 2 villagers go down, the ox cart will go down, and now Suppe can start deleting these walls. Get back the resources. Meanwhile, Rapl happily camping up front. He's getting medium infantry so that the throwing axes can do a bit of a better job. Looks like everybody is trying to come together now to take on the main force, but can it actually be done? The gold mine is really far out. I think if Rapl concentrates everything on that location, I don't really think it's easy to defend at all. Taking on armies small bit at a time is definitely Suppe's way back into the game, as he'll be spawning myth units each time he defeats a handful of units. So that is definitely not what Rapl should be allowing right now. Some combined effort, either for the main fight or for the raiding, should be the way to go. Picks off several of these hearse here. 3 of them going down. And now Suppe is gonna have to deal with this. Only 4 hearses on location, but the rest kind of running about. It's gonna be awkward. The 2 trolls on the gold mine should be able to pick off the ox cart and force quite a bit of idle time here. It's actually going for the vills. Gold mine has expired. Meanwhile, the counterattack is not actually doing so hot. The dwarves kind of kitchen knife shanking everything. And the ox cart can take it, so that's been fine. Another Einherjar spawns. There's a Valkyrie as well. The population gap is kind of closing. 104, 108 to 73. This almost seems doable again for Suppe, but he has to keep this gold mine going. He can't, can he? He just lost all his hearses on the other side, I think. That's a big issue. Even if everything is at home right now, he doesn't have anybody on gold, so I guess he has 910 gold, that's fine. It's the food he needs right now. So chilling between the towers and the TC should be a pretty good start. That being completely unable to make hearse here is going to be a long-term problem for sure. That's scary, dude. Rapl's fully maxed out. Going up against 80 population, that's the best Suppe could do for now. He doesn't have a market to trade away the gold, so should really put these guys on wood or something. At least get throwing axemen going. Even though they wouldn't be that good against the raiding cav, at least it's something. At least he can max out. Now you can always send 1 or 2 hearse here across to fight off the ox carts and cause a little bit of chaos here. Oh man, oh man, oh man, Rapl finds all the gatherers and dwarves. I'm not sure they're gonna be able to escape here. The throwing axemen absolutely wrecking them. And the melee units just blocking their path. This is an absolute villager massacre. The dwarves might be a little tankier, but with no defenses, they're not gonna be able to hold that. Even here, the ox cart did not die. So I think Rapl comfortably has this in the bag from here. Just gotta destroy some of these houses. He's even got the shield maiden Valkyries now. Very nice hit there. Definitely props to Rapl, bringing the series back in his favor then. If Suppe wins this, it's truly a miracle from here. I mean, he's down 24 villagers to 33. How do you even come back from that? The military is looking a bit better than it did before. But that villager difference, like, what do you even do? You would have to get an equally big raid. This is nice. Picking off those throwing axes. But then there's this happening. More villagers being lost. Should be a cleanup still for Suppe. there's this whole army to deal with. Valkyrie definitely gets away. That's a guarantee. And we've got a pretty good farming transition as well. Why does Valkyrie look like that? It's a mod, so that we can tell apart when it's upgraded and when it's not. So the hunters are next apparently. We got critical mass throwing axemen where they can just pick them off almost with one shot. Now we definitely have that. Valkyrie isn't gonna take any damage in retaliation basically, and that's just an absolute massacre. 36 villagers having been killed. Sorry, like that's just impossible. 30 villager difference. If we had a villager kill counter, I'm pretty sure Rapl would be well over 30 by now. That's actually crazy. That's... I think this is the timing for GG. In my professional opinion. There's really nothing that Suppe can do at this point. Time to pack it in. There's no way that Rapl's gonna throw this at this point. In fact, Rapl is in the chat and he says Red thinks he is good. Poor Suppe, dude. Absolute bully situation. Now, to be fair, he did nasty things in game 1, so... everything has been accounted for. Yeah, there it goes. There was no way to bring this back anymore, and Suppe knew it. Good news is, though, we're gonna get a game 3 out of this. Pretty nasty raids, this one. Good job to Rapl. Good job. Third game. This is mega random. And there's fish, the game says. So there's better be fish in the middle. Oh, they changed colors again. So confusing when you guys do that. Oh my god. It's completely wrong. Everything's wrong. I'm sorry. I messed it up. Let's try that one last time. The Rapl is gonna be playing Zeus. And on the other side, Suppe is Loki. Bit of a Mediterranean-like situation, or more like Sacred Pond, but not quite the same forest situation. Very small amount of water. Lots of fish though. So all of it is very dense and it's not a lot of space to work with. Still, it's just enough space that it will play like Mediterranean, but it's much easier to attack on land at the same time. That's definitely very interesting. There's a good amount of hunt, by the way, should you be knocked off water, which should be a nice little boon to have in the long term. Oh, that's right on top of the fish. Good point in the chat. This fish is essentially right on top of the dock. For Suppe, there's a little bit of travel time there, but he's in between the two spots, so that should help a little bit. Let's see if we can turn this thing on. And I assume you do go up to at least 9 fishing ships here. Place is essentially like Medet as far as I can tell. You got 2 relics. One of them is the Osseberg wagon, which would be epic on a map like this with super long trade distances. But will the game get to that point? We'll have to see. You got the Mithril horseshoes as well for calf speed. That should be very useful down the line. Temples should be coming up for both players shortly. Wonder if it's gonna be a proxy temple. What's the map? It's mega random. And it's basically like Sacred Pond slash Mediterranean. A mix between the two. It is going to be a proxy temple, so it's entirely possible that this is like a Heimdall rush. We're about to find out very soon. Should be seeing a second dock from our Greek player. And we've got a transition over to wood. That's 11 villagers in one place. That's maybe a little bit over the top, as they'll just bump into each other and mess up each other's pathing. Fina coming through. Yeah, usually you see Greek players splitting them up into two groups. Surprised to not see Rapl do that. He does it every time normally. Anyways, what's going on here? Heimdall is getting clicked in. And soon we'll see Hersier, no doubt. Second dock coming up for a Norse player as well. Rapl currently on 8 fishing ships. I don't think he's actually going for number 9. Saving up the wood. First pressure coming in. And there's Rutina. Heroes coming out. I wonder if he's seen this. Hold on. Oh, he knows about it. That's very nice. Suppe wasn't able to hide it. So it's probably gonna get busted down the line. First trireme is up. Heimdall is not yet done. You guys think Suppe will do the Heimdall ship upgrade? Dude, I don't even know what it's called. That's how often you guys use it. Arctic winds. There we go. 10% speed. That would make these guys then faster, actually, than triremes. Alright, there's the house getting wrecked. But already the Jason's on the case. Even the villager coming through to, I assume, repair. Oh! It wasn't passive stanced. And the mine comes through, doing a little bit of damage to the house and going after the temple now. The tower should be absolutely destroyed by it. And the storehouse taking some damage. But the ship's winning out big time. What's going on with the longboats, man? They're kind of just garrisoned up. If they had been out there, it would have been a much more even fight. Especially under the docks. Temple might be destroyed. The villagers are getting idled pretty hard, but then both Zeus heroes being out, I think they'll just beat this back absolutely no problem. And then the entire fishing operation of Suppe has stopped. This is looking really good for Rapl to me. Not sure what else Suppe is spending on, but he's got like a raiding cav, which means he made a longhouse, which probably was the thing that stopped him from making ships. And now Rapl, he can just add in a handful of fishing ships at this point, honestly. There are 6 longboats docked. Actually, that's the word, yes. They're not garrisoned, they're docked. We need to change the casting culture over here. Quick release on them now would be great. There's 8 of them. Rapl's not ready for that. making fishing ships. So the naval comeback should be happening. There we go. No Arctic wind, sadly. We're probably never gonna see that upgrade. Yeah, destroying 2 triremes, 3 triremes. This is looking pretty good to me. Very nice focus fire from Suppe. Not losing any longboats off his own just yet. There's the first. Very acceptable situation. Land battle is raging, however, at the same time, and that's a lot of raiding cav. Bear in mind, the Greek player has been gathering food for the whole time. So Suppe isn't exactly claiming a lot here. He also doesn't have purse seen, unlike those Greek fishing ships. And Rapl is doing pretty well on the land as well. The Odysseus taking out the throwing axeman easily enough. Jason and the hoplites can handle the raiding cav just fine. Some of them have looped around to try to hit on the other side. Maybe they'll be able to do it. Was that just bolt getting used? Well, it looks like the triple dock of Rapl can defend itself just fine. He doesn't need the larger numbers in ships for the moment, at least. Hoplites will be able to take down the house and then go for the longhouse and temple. Bear in mind, these aren't particularly healthy buildings compared to the Greek variants. Suddenly Rapl is up 9 villagers already, yeah. It's a very difficult situation to come back from, I must say. Counterattack is going to be not all that potent either. Odysseus should be able to take care of the troll and most of these throwing axemen, to be honest, as long as other stuff is fighting. Suppe's diving too deep, loses 2 of his ships. Rapl suddenly has 12 triremes, having constantly produced them, probably hidden in the docks for a while. While this attack is looking good, he has 3 archer rangers, so he can just stop making ships for a moment, which he has done. Now just make Toxotes from all 3 of these. I like this map compared to Mediterranean maybe, but I think it's totally down to Suppe's playstyle of trying to fight both sides, and then Rapl has to respect it rather than anything else. Like, he could probably do this on Medit. But maybe I'm incorrect. Getting completely booted off the water for now. More longhouses being added. To Rapl adding a 4th archer range. What is going on? These games are crazy. Going for the 2nd gold mine back there. Actually doing a really good job. Suppe put his location here because that's where all the gold mines are. So everything makes perfect sense. Rapl getting close to maxing out now. I should probably be using up his ships on these docks. It's okay to lose a few, because that means he can spawn more units. Maybe he can also just guard by the dock here. It's also 11 minutes into game, so hitting the gold mines will be good, but I don't think he has any military. He's got the 1 Ulfsark. Doesn't have any buildings on the other side. And the raiding cav numbers are extra low. And maybe Suppe can go across the middle and just hit directly, having taken out the hoplites now. He's going for the docks. Of course, Rappl's gonna pull back the ships, and that will be a very easy hold. In fact, he's gonna attack the army from both sides. The Norse has to respect that and get the hell out of here. Ships getting deleted. And Rapl going up to a second TC. This is devastating kinds of damage right now. All these fishing ships have been getting 15 Rapl fishing ships. Man's gonna go heroic after the 2 TCs. Of course, he'll make a few units first, but still. That's gonna be a very quick heroic timing. Does he still have restoration? No, he used that. Gotta be careful with those medium raiders, though. He's really exposed right now. Not many hoplites in front to tank. Definitely need to fix that. And he's clicking in Dionysus. Absolute bonkers, dude. From here, Rapl will be able to get heavy archers. As well as heavy infantry, I assume. He's currently got medium still. All the villagers are just about able to path through this. Don't know how, but they made it out. In fact, the raiding cav ends up dying. That's bonkers. Making military academy right on top of the TC to avoid it getting fully surrounded. But the spot wasn't that good. Anyway, the TC will be able to shoot down a few of these units at least. Gold mine's gonna get raided. No way around it. And Suppe is almost also ready to go heroic, but losing units right now before he has access to flaming weapons is not the best. Flaming weapons is a stronger power by far than bronze. So a direct confrontation would have been nice to see, but I'm afraid that Suppe is just a little bit too far behind now. Being down a TC as well is problematic. So let's see if he can raid through the back there, which Rapl hasn't walled. And thanks to Kenzie Maffey for the raid, very much appreciated. Hope you had a good stream. There it is. See what these raiders can get done. Maybe 2 villager kills. That's what it seems like to me. Going through the wall now, the villas are safe. And we've got a very quick market from Rapl. The Scylla, of course, able to take down the docks. Which means that all of the waters will be belonging to our Greek player. That's a lot of docks. As well as lots of fishing ships. 15-0, essentially. Raiding Cav trying to do some damage. Hera is being clicked in. And let me tell you, Lightning Storm plus Bronze, that beats Flaming Weapons very easily. Again, right now though, there's no hoplites here. That's a tough one for the Toxotes, but this is a good spot for Rapl to hide in. Flaming Weapons is getting clicked. Oh, the villagers are in so much trouble right now. Bronze is going to be used on those Toxotes for 40% armor. But the raiding cav is still tearing them a new one. So they must run. Essentially no hoplites were around. Those could have helped a lot. Salt Amphora is being researched and that's done now. Not that many villagers have died on their way out. A few will. But it's like just a bunch. There's still the 15 fishing ships. And with Salt Amphora. So that's pretty crazy. The TC is being threatened by the raiding cavalry and Balobor group. That might actually go down. But it looks to me like the Toxotes can hold their own. In the main at least. Somewhat. It's not perfect. Oh, dinosaur warfare. Let's go. Finding the gold miners with the lone Hydra is a pretty big deal. It does double damage with 2 heads after all. TC of Rapl is destroyed. But he's overall still got an income lead. And there's the Lightning Storm. Hitting now every single unit here. Melting down the raiding cavalry. They never really had a chance despite their full armory line upgrade. It's absolute savagery. Everything's dead. Norse army's gone. There's a Medusa for the additional myth units that will be appearing. Suppe's in so much trouble right now. 112 population to 65. His gold miners are getting eaten by a 4-headed Hydra. Woohoo! Soon 5 heads, by the way. Just a matter of finding the remaining ones. Heavy infantry coming through as well. Okay, that villager just gave away everything. That's very unfortunate for Suppe. If that villager had just gone home, and not here, all these could have escaped. But now Suppe is going to have to resign, and he's going through the loser side of the group bracket. Rapl advances into the top 16. Very, very well done by Rapl. Beautiful game. Super fun to watch, and especially enjoyed that lightning storm. Very clean. We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.